Success. Its meaning is subjective to each individual, and it seems as if so many center their lives around reaching their goal of success. An example of such a person is John Mulaney. John is an Emmy-winning comedian who has worked on SNL, has 3 Netflix specials, and even starred in Broadway. In 2013, John Mulaney's definition of success centered around his sitcom titled Mulaney. Fox picked up the show for 6 episodes, but then came the uncertainty. Would Fox renew the show for another set? It was a waiting game, and for John, there was nothing more stressful and anxiety-inducing than waiting for that answer. All of these emotions accumulated inside until he blew up with anger and stress during a phone call. It was at this point John realized he needed to change something in his life to be better. After reading his friend Dan's book, 10% Happier, John decided to try to meditate for 3 minutes. The end result? He hated it. But from pure ambition, he kept trying and was eventually meditating for 15 minutes a day. Soon after it became a habit, John got an infuriating email regarding the edit of one of his episodes. John could immediately react and implode, but because of his newfound meditation, he was able to process the news and then decide how he felt. Yet despite these benefits, John stopped meditating when his show got renewed, and despite promising to himself that he would continue. When his show got canceled in 2015, John left for a tour exactly 4 days later to try and avoid confronting what had happened. But avoiding the problem didn't make it go away. Despite doing stand-up for years, John began experiencing high levels of anxiety, stress, and even panic attacks. John loved his job, but the negative reaction to his sitcom left doubts in his head about the validity of his skills and if he had, quote, ruined his career. This jarring experience led John back to meditation. He started doing it for a few minutes every day, and eventually right before the show. Backstage, he would sit lotus style and try to meditate. Most people like to meditate in silence, but the nature of production did not make it possible for him. He had to learn to accept the noise and keep focus. That's Linda walking down the hall. Breathe in, breathe out. It is with the same mindset that John was eventually able to process and heal from the experience of having the Mulaney sitcom canceled. Overall, John's experience with meditation is simply raw and honest. He hated meditating at the beginning. He stopped meditating despite liking it. And he even admits to being embarrassed to say that he does it. But it goes to show how meditating is not an easy commitment, but that by making time for it in our lives, we might be surprised with what happens.